Hey guys, it's Kathleen. I am back. I am thrifting. Today is a subdivision-wide yard sale in my neighborhood. So that's always a nice thing to have a home game. So I'm not schlepping 40 minutes before starting to thrift. So anyway, my entire city actually has its own yard sale at a local park, but historically whenever I've gone to it, it's just been a whole lot of vendors, so I tend to avoid it unless I'm absolutely desperate. And usually my subdivision, which is really a huge subdivision, and also the neighboring subdivision also does their citywide yard sale, or their subdivision-wide yard sale. So I'm just going to give those two a shot, and hopefully I will come back with something good. I usually do from these sales. If you're new to my channel, I am a part-time reseller, and I troll yard sales looking for things I can pick up cheap and flip online for a profit. So if you like that, hit subscribe, join our little community. All right, I'm ready to hit the road. Good morning. Yeah, so far. How about y'all? Good. That's good. Have there been a lot of people coming through? Yeah? Oh. I thought it started at 8, so I'm a little behind the 8 ball.
You're good. Those are just $3. They're Merrills.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to take these.
Good, I could use the dollar bills.
Oh, good. I'm glad that worked out well.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Are you familiar with the manga books? Mangas?
My niece
Yes,
really loves them.
My daughter is
Super into them.
super into it. But she prefers the hardback, so a lot of these she has in hardback.
Gotcha.
Yeah, really popular. I couldn't believe how popular manga was.
Would you do 20 for all of them?
For all these here?
For all the manga books, yeah.
Except for these. I do 20 for those.
Okay.
Yeah, these are a little bit, if you look at those. 25?
Yeah, I'll do 25. See if I have, oh, I have a 5. See, I have, oh, you're fine. I have a big old bag. I'll throw them in there. Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
I didn't even see the clothes.
And we got these nice items here as well.
You can lay it right here.
Okay, well, I brought a bag, but I was trying to. Well, let me do these first. Would you do 25 for this and these? Those were 10. So it's about a $5 discount. So 10, 20, 30. That wasn't marked. It was in that
It's
box.
50%. And how much is the purse?
10.
25.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the haul. All things said, I think It was a pretty good day, definitely much better than it has been in the past. I did not leave my subdivision because there were just so many sales in my subdivision, and so I stayed here, and by the end of the yard selling time, it was time for me to go home, and I had spent all my money, so that's always a good thing. At least I saved in gas, if nothing else. I paid for everything $82. Some things were really, really good deals, some things not so good deals, but it all kind of evened out in the end. And so I think I did pretty good. I think there's a couple of interesting things that I picked up. There's a couple of new brands that I wanted to try out. And so I'm just going to jump right into it. So one of the first things that I purchased was this big box of books. And she only charged me $1 for these books. So I thought that was a good deal. I don't know that every book is worth anything, but the reason I picked it up is because I liked these Nickelodeon. These are the Paw Patrol books. These will probably sell. This is a complete set, so all 8 of these will probably sell. I want to say it was like around $15. And then there are all of these Dora the Explorer ones. And the Dora the Explorer ones will go for right around the $10 mark. So I was excited about that. There's a little golden book in there, but it's just by itself. But I have a ton of other ones, so I'll probably just throw that in there whenever I list those other ones. I don't think this is a vintage one. No, 2011, but it's a reprint of one from 1953. And then the other thing that was just stuck in there that I really didn't pay much attention to, but this might have some merit, and it is this little tag system. So this is like a Care Bears. No, it's not. It's a dog. Some type of dog tag system. And anyway, what you do is, I don't know if it reads the book to you or what the deal is, but it comes with these Tag Junior books. And there were 3 of the books altogether. Fancy Nancy and then Ariel. Now, I've seen some sets of this tag thing selling pre-owned for like $20. I don't know. There's a heck of a lot of corrosion on the batteries. It doesn't look like anything that I haven't had in the past. And if you can see, this top part is all corroded up there, but the bottom isn't. And so I'm fairly confident that with a little vinegar and alcohol, I can get that to where it's working. But I first have to figure out what the heck it's supposed to do. But I think it looks like it reads the books. I don't know. To be determined, the value of that. Okay, I went to this yard sale where I spent $50 on a ton of clothes, but 98% of them were for my granddaughter. But there were a few things that I did pull out to resell. So probably for all of these things that I'm about to show you, I spent maybe $8. That's being very conservative. So first, this was just a no-brainer because it's Little Me, which isn't spectacular, but it's a 3-piece set that's new with tags. It originally retailed for $54. I think it'll go for $15 to $20 easily. Then I got a bunch of the Jumping Beans clothing. Now this is kind of an outlier because this is a size 12. It only originally sold for $12, so it's not going to break any records. But even if I just get $6 or $7 for it. And then I got these Jumping Beans. They are all a size 4 toddler, and they are brand new with the tags. So there's 5 pair of these, and then this is also new with the tags, just one little random tank. And I'm gonna lot all of these up together. Now, each of the shorts originally retailed at Kohl's for $14. I found a lot of 3 pre-owned pairs of shorts in this size that sold for $9. I'm thinking I can get like $20 for this lot. We shall see. And then the only reason I picked this up, I do not pick up Matilda Jane anymore because for reselling, it's just not there. It sits around too long and it doesn't go nearly as high. And typically when I find it, people want an arm and a leg for it. Now, she was selling all of her Matilda Jane for $5 a pair, which for my granddaughter was a great deal. And I picked her up a bunch of things. But for resale, not such a great deal. But like I said, I probably only paid $8 for all of this stuff. And I picked this up because it's a size 10 and because it is good for back to school. It's like all the apples and everything. So I thought that this would be something that would move. And I don't know, I just liked it when I looked at it. It has all this ruching on the sleeves. So I figured I would give it a stab. But when I looked at the comps, it was just meh. So we shall see. But like I said, I am definitely stepping back from Matilda Jane. She had a bunch of adult size Matilda Jane and I was like, nope, I've done that before and been stuck with it. So, all right. And I did pick this up. This is a size youth extra small. So what is that? 5 or 6? I think it's about a 5 or a 6. But it's Under Armour. It's this cute little Under Armour boys polo. I mean, that'll probably go for like $15. It originally retailed for $30. And that is all of the clothing that I picked up other than what I got for my granddaughter and shoes. Now, one of the first stops that I made, this lady had a ton of manga books. And Karen has done really well picking up manga books. I did not want to sit there and start looking up every single book. She wanted... For all of them, she wanted them $3 a piece, except for these 2 fat ones that she was charging. These are called the orange books, number 1 and number 2. And she wanted $5 each for all of them. So it would have been $43 for everything. She gave them all to me for $25. So I thought that was a fair deal. These are probably going to go for about $10 for the pair of them. Now these are the best ones. If I put these together in a lot, the lot should go for between 25 and 30. Otherwise, one of them goes for 10 and one was going for about 20 to 24. I can't remember which one. But most likely I'm just going to lot them up together. It's just volumes 2 and 3 of whatever this series is. And then I will flash the comps up there for this, but I thought this one did halfway decent, although to be honest with you, they are all blending together in my brain. And then this is number 1, 2, and 3 of Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, and who doesn't love a little demonic cultivation in their life? And I'll flash the comps up there because I can't remember any of them. And then this is volumes 1 through 5, and this doesn't do anything particularly great. My Hero Academia. But like I said, I just thought it was worth a stab. Sometimes you can get really lucky with this manga stuff. I wish I had more time to sit and just really pour through the comps and see what I had there. Okay, I grabbed a pair of Merrells for $2. And they are super dirty, but nothing that the pink stuff cannot fix. And I'll probably get $22 for these. Okay, I have never picked up biking shoes before, so I know nothing about it. And I think that these are probably a youth size. Now, they wanted $10 for them, but they gave them to me for $8. This was probably not my best pickup, but I was really just doing it to learn something about it. It looks like, looking at the comps, these are probably not going to go for much more than $20. These are in a size 37, I think, but I can't remember, and I can hardly see on the tongue of this thing. Let me open this thing. But I do like learning about new things, so that's part of it. Yeah, 37. So what is that? A size 7? About that, right? But there are cycling shoes, so something to learn about and maybe never pick up again. We shall see. I also picked up this pair of boys Merrells because of condition. These are in like new condition. They are a size, I think 7, 12, 12 and a half. She wanted 10. She gave them to me for 8. I didn't think that was a bad pickup. These seem to do okay, so maybe I'll get $20 for these. And then I grabbed a pair of Allegria. These are the, I forget the name of the style, but I'll flash it up there. And they are in new condition. So these have never been worn before, as you can tell, because the footbeds are so perfectly clean and the bottoms have nothing on them. I'm thinking I'm going to get somewhere around $24 to $25 for these, and she only charged me $3. These were only $1, and I just threw them in there because they're Hallmark and they're Star Wars, and sometimes that stuff can go. I'm going to lot them up together. I saw a couple of lots of Star Wars, like birthday plates and things that were going halfway decent. And I can't remember what halfway decent was, maybe $10. But like I said, $1, so a quarter an item. Even if I get $10, it'll be fine. Ugh, this was a terrible pickup. I was looking at this and I'm like, oh my God, it's new without the tags, 50 cents. And then I didn't realize the whole bottom is cracked. It's all like just falling apart, but oh well, 50 cents, who cares? And I was really excited to pick these things up. So these are Kate Spade glasses. She gave both of these to me for $3 a pair. And so this has, you know, obviously the case that they came in. And this is the frame style of, where is it? I know it's written on here, Lucy Ann 2. And these do halfway decent. So all somebody would have to do is pop out these lenses and put their own prescription in. I did try them on because I'm ready for some new frames, but these make me look too librarian-ish. I need a bigger frame. And then this was probably not a great pickup, but for $3 it's okay. This is also a pair of sunglasses by Kate Spade. I couldn't tell if these are prescription or not. I have a feeling that they are. And this is Hello Sunshine, the Anora, A-N-N-O-R-A style. And it looks like the style is only going to go for about $20. But still, not bad for 2 pair for $6. Ow, that is asleep. Okay, I love Betsy Johnson. And this is in like new condition. I mean, the interior is so beautiful and clean. I love all the things about it. She wanted 10. She gave it to me for 8. And it's just in great condition. I think it'll go for around the $22 mark. I mean, it's an $8 investment, so maybe that's too much of a cost of goods. I honestly expected it to go closer to 30, but if it moves fast, like most of my Betsy Johnson does, then that'll be okay. Okay, next I picked up this TI-84 Plus. TI-84 Plus. Looked in the back. The batteries have not started to corrode, so hip hip hooray. This will probably go for around the $22 mark. I'm hoping I can get their name out from the case. Should be able to if I just put a little bit of, whatchamacallit, hand sanitizer on it. I think it'll come right off. And then the last item is my favorite item. And I don't really know why, because it's going to be a lot of work. But I picked up 12 of these Beatrix Potter spoons. They are like sculpted spoons. They are by, I want to say it's NE Collection, which is New England Collection. At first I thought they were Reed and Barton because somebody has them listed as Reed and Barton, but they are not. I got the old magnifying glass out. But they are, however, vintage. Now I just have to get them cleaned up. I have seen a set of these with the, not case, but like a wooden stand that you would hang on the wall. And one was listed for $975 and another was listed for like $250. I think both of them are off. I think probably I'll get in the neighborhood of about $60 to $75. That's what I'm guesstimating, but it's hard to tell because there's no solds and only those 2 listed ones. But they are just so stinking cute, and I just really am so looking forward to breathing some life back into them. And like I said, it's the complete collection. It's all 12 of them. So I thought that wasn't a bad pickup. It was only $10, so fairly reasonable for what it is, I think. Jury is still out. Alright guys, that's everything for this Thrift With Me video. As always, hit the subscribe button down below if this is your kind of content, and I will catch you next time. Next week is a churchyard sale, so I love me a churchyard sale, so I'm super excited about that. Alright, see you next week, guys.